All right, and we're back. So pretty much the Soviets are just continuing to consolidate. On their turn, they have consolidated a hell of a lot more troops in West Poland, so looks like we're heading for a giant confrontation there. They did try and attack Cairo. However, they went one round and lost a good chunk of their troops, so the Soviets pulled back. And they also brought in that bomber. One thing I forgot during the purchasing is the repairs. So that Soviet battleship has been repaired. And then all the damaged ships here in the Baltic will be repaired as well. And I'll change that up in a little bit. Or I'll change that up after the video. Okay, so Allied attacks. There's only going to be, well, there's going to be a walk-in here where the northern forces are just gonna walk back into Finland. And this tank all the way in Oslo is gonna go 1, 2 to help provide some armor support. So we retook this Finnish territory of Toreen. Yes, Toreen for 1. I gotta reflect that real quick. Okay, so we've taken Toreen, and now for the big one. We've come down here to Rome. The Allied ground forces with some air assets are going in for the final kill there. So let's start the rolling. Okay, so starting off, the Allies have 12 for 1, 0 for 5, 0 for 10, 0 for 12. None of the infantry hit. All right, then they got 3 mechs, 7 tanks, and 2 fighters. So that's 12 for 3. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, 5 hits for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 more hits for 10. And then 2 more for 12. Let's see. 1 more for 12. So the Allies got a total of 10 hits. And then the Soviets have 9 infantry at 2. It's 1 for 5. And nothing for 9. All right, so the Allies scored 10 hits to the Soviets 1, which that is all the Soviet defenders in Rome, at the loss of 1 NATO infantry. All right, so Rome has fallen back to the Allies for 3 IPC, and all of Italy is now liberated. So 1 second on the chart. 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Yeah. All right. So now with Rome back in Allied hands, that's all the combat. So we'll go to non-combats. So we'll start as always here with a strategic rail or a strategic sea lift. That tank from Portugal to Cairo. We're going to pull the 6th Fleet out of Sea Zone 20 to Sea Zone 24. So that way we can effect repairs for this. This fighter that had to land on Crete because its carrier was damaged is going to go 1, 2. He's going to help out. Whoops, he's going to help out in the defenses at Cairo. This destroyer is going to go 1, 2, and join up with the 6th fleet. Join up with the 6th fleet. Next. Okay, the Paris forces. Here come to Turin. Let's see here next. These 2 American infantry are going to move into Austria to help the NATO forces there. The 9th Army, in all of its glory, is going to reform and is going to move back to Stettin with this anti-aircraft gun. And there is an airbase, so we can still keep the 6 aircraft. And then all the forces from Holland and Belgium are going to join them at Stettin. Okay, 1 second here. The map's getting a little clogged up. It is definitely a race to see who can get the most troops on the ground on the border between Germany and Poland. And right now, I mean, the Allies are sitting at close to 30 tank divisions. So I think the Allies are growing ever more powerful in their drive against communism. Okay, then the 2 fighters from the Italy battle are going to come back to Reims, or no, actually, I'll bring them here. They'll help defend the northern pass against any Soviet incursion from Yugoslavia. These 4 infantry from West Germany will also move into Stettin. I might have to create 2 army groups just to shorten up the card and stuff. Good lord. Okay, then the planes, these 4 planes, we'll actually move them to Berlin, even though they were already right on the battle line, but we'll get them into Berlin. The 2 aircraft over here in Norway, well, this tactical is going to stay in Narvik. This fighter is going to come to Narvik. And then the 3 damaged ships will come back to Sea Zone 3. So their repairs can be effected next turn from the naval base that was built in Narvik. Okay, and like I said, I will take the damage markers off of that in a minute. This guy, this artillery, we're gonna just sea lift him to I will sea lift him to West Germany. And then these 2 fighters from London will join up in Berlin there. Oh, and then I'm going to take one of the American bombers off of Paris, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to go into Egypt. And maybe we'll get to a point where the Allies might be able to counterattack and they can have a little extra. Or no, actually, I want him in Cairo with everyone. Just to provide. Just to have that defense. Okay. So we got the bomber there. I'll have to take a chip off of this one. And so I think that's just about it. Clear these, like I said, I'll clear the damage markers quick from the Baltic fleet. Or, no, my apologies. No, the Baltic fleet can't get repaired yet because it is not. It is sitting in Sea Zone 9, which they do not own a port there. So the Allies actually have to come. This fleet has to come back a Sea Zone, and then next turn the damage will get repaired. So that was my mistake. Thankfully, I caught that right beforehand. So that fleet is not repaired yet. Okay, so other than that, I think we're ready for deployment. As always, we got a jet here. This jet is going to go into London. Got a tank for Oslo, tank for Portugal. And then the customary 3 tanks and 3 mech for Paris. And the customary 2 mech and 2 tanks for Holland and Belgium. Things aren't looking that much clogged up now that the lines are moving east. All right, so that is the end of the Allied turn. We will collect 159, and we saved 1, so the Allies will have 160 to spend next turn. So that is it for Operation Unthinkable turn 10, and we'll see you guys next time for turn 11. So until then, guys, take care.